Hello everyone, this is a tutorial on how to do a lying tricep extension and progress to a skull crusher once you get strong enough without causing elbow pain. So we're going to start. Usually when I start with people, this is a very basic tricep exercise that I always start people off with, is just a lying tricep extension. So we're going to do it with dumbbells, but as you progress and start getting a heavier weight, you can move over to the easy bar curl, and I'll show you how to do that in a bit. But here I am with Sam. We're going to start with dumbbells. So what I usually tell people is to go ahead and lie down. You can lie down. And then from here, you can extend. Extend. From here, you're going to extend, but this is not your starting point. From here, you're going to lean back just a little bit, and you'll start to feel some tension in your tricep from this point. Then from here, try to cock your wrist so that the dumbbell kind of turns downward a little bit, like that. And then you want to get the dumbbell to your shoulder. So go ahead and bring it down. And then from here, notice that her elbow didn't move at all. So move your elbow like if you were doing it wrong. Yeah, exactly. And now extend. Yeah, so now do it wrong. Yeah, exactly. Like the elbow is moving the entire time. But the point here is that you want to keep your elbow in the same place, and you just want to move your forearm down. And then what I tell people to punch it is like throw the axe. So throw the axe, throw the axe. There you go. Punch it out. And then throw the axe. Very good. Very good. So notice how her elbow is staying in the same position, and it's just the forearm that's moving. And also the dumbbell is touching her shoulder. A lot of people like to bring it, you could extend. A lot of people like to bring it towards their head like that, but try not to do that. Try to get that dumbbell to come down to your shoulder and then extend. Now over time, if you start to like move your elbow, and do it. That's not wrong. That's kind of like a power movement, but you're not starting that. But show them like the power movement, like do rolling tricep extension. So roll and then just, there you go, like that. That's if you want to get more oomph out of the movement, but, it's not something that most beginners would do. So you just do this. Alright, you're good there. Alright, so, when you're moving to the easy bar, you want to put the last mend of the bar, like the curvy side, put it on your thigh so that it's bridged up. So show them. Yeah, exactly. So the bridge is up like that. But that's the last mend, right? The last curve. There's no more after that. So in that one, you want that sort of bridge over because your grip is going to go there, right? Now you could do it standing like sitting up, because you would extend all the way up. Yep. And you'd bring it like that with that curve facing you. Exactly. Okay. So now we can go into a lying down position. So if you were to do it, you do the same thing. It's just like the dumbbell. It's a lying tricep extension. Yeah, lean back. And then one thing I do tell people with the skull crusher, they call it a skull crusher for a reason, right? Because the easy bar usually touches your forehead, but it doesn't necessarily have to do that. But one thing I tell people with the skull crusher is to cup your hand. Exactly. As you're going down, so go down, cup your hand, and that won't put that much strain in your wrist, and then punch out. There you go, like that. And you're punching out with this as you're coming up. Now, one cool thing about the skull crusher that I do like is that you can change where the bar travels in the movement, and that'll change the difficulty and the resistance level. So you can go over your head, like that. Yep, punch out. You can go to your forehead. Yep, you can go to your nose. And you go to your chin. Very good. And it's different levels of difficulty, yes? Yeah, you feel
progressively harder.
Okay. All right. So it's progressively harder as you go more towards your throat. But that's how you do it with the easy bar. You can change the levels, and you could do it standing. You could do it lying down like this. But we'll just show you the setup of how it looks like when you put it with your legs. All right?
So from here, you can make sure the bend is on your knee so that this little up part is where you grip. So that's where I'm going to hold on. Then I'm going to lay back and kind of kick it up. From here, we lean back, keep our elbows in the same place, and then punch it up. Yeah, so sometimes when people are doing this, they'll flare their elbows out like this as they come up. You want to keep your elbows really in the same spot the whole time.
And kind of closer together.
Kind of keep them closer together because that's really going to work your triceps. And it will take a lot of the pressure off your joints.
Now, the reason why I like to start people off with the lying tricep extension / Skullcrusher is because elbow extension is a fundamental movement. So it doesn't matter what machine, what push down you're doing, you're going to apply that same concept to those things. So if you're doing a tricep push down, it's the same concept as it is for an overhead. So if you were doing an overhead, you could do an overhead one. Yep. The concept is the same. Lean back, elbow stay in the same place, cup your hands, punch the air, throw the axe. There you go. And if you're doing the lying one, go do the lying one. Yep, same concept. Now let's say you were doing like a push down. Even though this is not technically a push down, it's as if you were standing up like that in that position and you'd just be pushing down like that. If it was the rope or the cables, you'd be pushing down and extending like that. Very good, very good. The last thing I would say is that if you feel like you get too much joint pain in your elbow, then you're probably going too heavy too soon, which is not necessarily a bad thing because we do want you to go heavy and get strong at the movement. But if you run into that problem, one thing that I would recommend is move on to lighter weight, higher reps, so in the 10 to 20 rep range, because that'll make sure that you get blood flow into the joint, and it's a healing factor. It usually makes your joints feel a little bit better, and that'll build up tolerance to the movement over time. So you start off lightweight, high reps, 10 to 20 reps, advance, get stronger in that rep range, and then once your joints start feeling better, you can move to lower rep ranges like 6 to 10 reps or even less, 4 to 6 reps if you'd like. But you want to play with all rep ranges so that you can avoid joint pain and then get stronger in the rep ranges that do feel comfortable for you. So that's the lying tricep extension / Skullcrusher to stay pain-free and still make gains.
I think giant triceps.
Yes.